Today on Vox, we have information on breast cancer awareness, National Pumpkin Day, and more. Terry Lawson will have your local weather, and Aaron Carroll will have your sports.
It's Friday, October 26th, 2018, and you're watching Vox News Today.
Please stand for the pledge of the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm Mary Beth Mangrum.
And I'm Jay Standridge.
Lee University recently celebrated survivors of breast cancer and the village it takes to support them. Survivors attended a free luncheon where they heard about the successes of Volley for a Cure. They were provided multiple forms of entertainment, such as the musical stylings of Cleveland native and Lee University student Kennedy Brown, and comedy from nationally known comedian Leanne Morgan. The event ended on a lighthearted note as attendees donned pink gloves and danced to help with the filming of a pink glove video for next year's event. Everyone was encouraged to make plans to attend this Friday's Volley for a Cure match, where the Lady Flames will compete against Kentucky State University's Thoroughbreds. The festivities start at 4:30 p.m. with a silent auction in the lobby of Lee's Paul Dana Walker Arena and a pink party following at 6 p.m. At 6:45 p.m., the crowd will pack the stands with pink for the volleyball match, which begins at 7 p.m. Admission will be free, but only with the purchase of a pink "It Takes a Village" t-shirt. The shirts are being sold for $5 at AFC Urgent Care, the Cleveland Daily Banner, Don Ledford Automotive, Farmhouse Restaurant, Jenkins Deli, Plastic Surgery Clinic of Cleveland, Southeast Bank in Cleveland and Ottawa, and the Bradley Central, Cleveland, and Walker Valley High Schools. Plan accordingly because a limited number will be available at the game.
President Trump is planning to make a visit to Chattanooga area. He's coming the day before midterm elections on November 5th. He was debating either to come to Chattanooga or Jackson, and he chose Chattanooga. So be prepared for lots of cameras and traffic jams.
A new study from AAA says minor crashes are becoming more costly. The agency says that repair bills are doubling. Prices can reach up to $3,000 in damages. They're trying to educate everyone on trickling down their costs.
The U.S. Geological Survey is updating its volcano threat assessments for the first time since 2005. And 3 volcanoes in California are now considered to be a very high threat. Matt Resnick reports.
It's a huge draw of the North State, a recreational resource and more. But the U.S. Geological Survey lists Mount Shasta as number 5 on a list of the 18 U.S. volcanoes that are a very high threat. And there are 2 more in California, Lassen Volcanic Center at number 11 and Long Valley Caldera at 18. Mount Shasta's high ranking is of particular concern, says Margaret Mangan, scientist in charge of the California Volcano Observatory.
Certainly, Mount Shasta is a very high threat volcano that we keep our finger on the pulse.
Its hazard zone covers about 9,500 square miles, according to mapping done in the late 1970s and 1980s, which is currently being updated. Mangan says more than 100,000 people live or work in this hazard zone, and an estimated 37 million cars pass by on Interstate 5 each year. Mangan says important water resources are also in the hazard zone.
The Upper Sacramento River feeds out of Mount Shasta. It's within the hazard zone. Shasta Lake Reservoir, which is a huge resource to the Bay Delta, feeding water to several million people in the San Francisco area, all the way down through the Central Valley.
Mangan says the Clear Lake volcanic field is of concern, too. Its threat level is high.
The Clear Lake volcanic field is one of these centers that we have only recently realized its potential threat.
She says research has shown that more monitoring is needed, and 3 seismometers will be added in the area in the next 2 years.
The migrant caravan heading north towards the U.S. may be facing a new hurdle. Hundreds of troops are expected to be sent to stop the migrants. John Lorenk reports.
It may take weeks to materialize, but a standoff at the border could be brewing.
We have to protect our borders. We don't have borders, we don't have a country.
2 caravans of men, women, and children are marching through southern Mexico. Some are about 1,000 miles away from the U.S. President Trump says they should return home and apply for citizenship like millions of others are doing.
And the sad thing is, like, okay, if 99% of them are wonderful people who are desperate and 1% of them are going to go commit some heinous act of violence, that's still reason to stop the caravan.
Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen, appearing on Fox News, says her department has asked for hundreds of troops to help prevent the migrants from entering the U.S.
What we've asked them to do is help to bolster our capabilities. So we've asked for some air support, for some logistics, some planning, vehicle barriers, engineering, ways in which we can make sure that I can protect my officers and agents.
Sources say the troops will be there to support civil authorities, but can defend themselves if needed. But Border Patrol officers will lead the effort to stop illegal migration. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
In China, a woman wielding a knife has attacked a group of kindergartners. It happened in central Chinatown of Chongqing Friday morning. Police say a woman went on a stabbing spree, wounding at least 14 children as they got back from morning exercises. Security guards and school staff restrained her. A number of children have been taken to the hospital.
Check out this teeny tiny octopus. Some marine biologists found along with some plastic debris at a national park in Hawaii. It grows to the size of a golf ball and weighs no more than 3 ounces. One of the scientists ended up releasing the octopus in a safe area.
It's like a pre-game celebration for Halloween. Friday is National Pumpkin Day. Pumpkins are very flexible fruit, used to make bars, cookies, coffee, cheesecake, pasta, and oatmeal, and of course, pumpkin spice is a popular flavor loved by millions across the U.S. In addition to its edibility, pumpkins are also fun for families to carve and decorate for trick-or-treaters. The U.S. produces 1.5 billion pounds of pumpkins, total with Illinois making the most.
Plenty of movie news today, from a magic sequel to the heroine of Halloween to a familiar action star back for more. Here's David Daniel with a Hollywood Minute.
There's a rumor that Newt Scamander is headed to Paris.
The sequel, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, is aiming to make as much magic as the first film. Box office trackers are estimating an opening weekend between $65 and $75 million when it hits theaters November 16th. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them debuted with $74 million on the same weekend 2 years ago. Jamie Lee Curtis is striking while Halloween is hot. Variety reports the actress has joined the cast of Rian Johnson's Knives Out, described as a modern-day murder mystery. Daniel Craig stars as the detective on the case. Shooting is set to start in November.
3 of Viking's drug dealers have disappeared.
What makes you think you can kill a man? I read it in a crime novel.
Oh, he can kill a man. Liam Neeson is back in action in Cold Pursuit. Neeson plays a small-town snowplow driver and model citizen who goes to war with the drug cartel he blames for his son's death. The first trailer just dropped for the wintry thriller, which blows into theaters in February. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
This doesn't happen in Kyoto.
Now I'll send it over to Taylor with your weather report.
After this break, I'll have information on now tropical storm Willa and more.
Okay, Josh, do your stuff.
Okay, people, you know the drill. Cat food's only, guys.
Generosity. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Strike 3. Wow. I'm the greatest pitcher in the world. Optimism. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
Welcome back, Bradley Central. As you can see, we have a lot of precipitation coming into the east of the state, and it's just getting a little bit heavy, so you might want to get those umbrellas. As you can see in the Cleveland area right here, we have a little bit of precipitation coming through here as well. So it's not looking too awfully bad, but we do have some stuff coming in. And as you can see in the national radar, it's not looking awful. It's cooling down around pretty much everywhere. And in Mexico, they've had some tropical storms. Hurricane Willa has taken a toll on the Mexican population, and here we have the impact of the then Hurricane Willa on the western coast of Mexico, flooding as far as the eye can see. Even though Willa weakened after making landfall on the western coast of Mexico, it brought along heavy rains and winds. The destructive power of the now tropical storm was evident in communities in the states of Nayarit and Sinaloa. Willa made landfall on the western coast of Mexico Wednesday morning and is now on its way to the United States. Now let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. Today it'll be raining outside with a high of 55 and a low of 49, and throughout the weekend it'll be raining outside with highs of 55 and 66 and lows of 44 and 45. On Monday it'll be raining outside with a high of 57 and a low of 39, and on Tuesday and Wednesday it'll be partly cloudy outside with the highs of 62 and 65 and lows of 45 and 51. On Thursday it'll be raining outside with a high of 64 and a low of 51. Now let's send it over to Aaron with your scores from last night.
Information on NFL and NBA scores and more after this break.
Breakfast will get you the readiest.
Yes.
Holiday Inn Express, be the readiest.
My twin brother Jacob has an autism spectrum disorder. I remember one moment after being at school all day, I remember him getting into the car just bawling and saying, "Mom, I have no friends. Why don't I have any friends?" It broke my heart. The moment when I realized that I needed to do something about this. I needed to make a difference in his life. And I knew that if I could help him find a friend, I could help teach other people that including people with differences is the right thing to do. That was the inspiration behind my nonprofit Score a Friend. Educating people to include people with differences is so important because when Jacob's included, he feels like he can succeed in life and he feels like he actually has a purpose.
Your wallet's empty, and you've got bills to pay. What do? Stop worrying. Get the cash you need today at Check Into Cash. We offer payday advances, auto title loans, and lots of ways to put the cash you need in your pocket today. And we make it quick, easy, and confidential. So stop worrying and stop in to Check Into Cash today. Visit checkintocash.com for the store near you.
What are we looking at? Formaldehyde, acrolein, nitrobenzene. This actually has over 7,000 chemicals. Don't get me started on what they do to you. Prematurely wrinkled skin, stunted lung growth,
Mr. Essler.
tooth loss, cancer.
Mr. Essler.
Hang on.
If cigarettes looked as dangerous as they are, you'd run like hell. Find out the real cost of tobacco.
Now let's take a look at the NFL score. Dolphins lost to the Texans 23-42. Here are the highlights.
So it cost him 5 yards, and that means that Miami will start inside 2nd down and 7. Watson keeps, floats, wide open, touchdown, Texans, Jordan Thomas. Osweiler underneath, pass complete, flag flies.
He went back to corner, and they've needed to keep him there again tonight. But Gesicki, you know, when there's zone coverage.
First guy in, last one out. Here he is to his right on 4th and goal. Now back to his left. Nowhere to throw it. Now he finds a man, and the pass is caught for the touchdown. Jordan Thomas again. Now Drake in the backfield. Pass, Amendola, double pass. Receiver is open. That's Drake for the touchdown. Hammond with 122 yards rushing. Play action. This one aired out downfield. That's Fuller. Fuller is gone. Touchdown, Texans. What an answer.
Move through this 4th quarter.
Couple of fake handoffs. Watson standing back there alone. And speaking of alone, there's Hopkins. Hopkins. That's Hopkins at the bottom. Looking for him. Pass is caught for the touchdown. The game. So fun to watch. Coming up next. Get on the sideline from Matt Burke. He's had it.
It started.
Bill O'Brien has his Houston Texans rolling. They started 0-3. They sit now at...
With that game comes a play of the day. The Texans are hosting the Dolphins. Deshaun Watson throws deep to Dondra Hopkins, and he makes a spectacular one-handed catch. After he spins it against his thigh to complete the catch, the play was nullified by offsetting penalties, but it still gets a nod for the play of the day. Now, let's take a look at your NBA scores. The Nuggets lost to the Lakers 114-121. The Celtics won against the Thunders 101-95. The Trailblazers won against the Magic 128-114, and the Cavaliers lost to the Pistons 103-110. Yesterday, October the 26th, was the Bradley Maryville game. We unfortunately lost 42-14. That's all for me. Now let's take a look at your score announcements after this break.
For a better life.
stands for Early Post-Secondary Opportunities, and it helps you get ready for college and your future career. I get my EPSO through Cambridge classes and dual enrollment classes.
I get my EPSOs through dual enrollment. I will graduate with 21 hours of college credit.
I get my EPSOs. I dual enroll with TCAT Athens for welding.
There are so many early post-secondary opportunities. So, how to get your EPSO?
Patience. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Life happens. Whether it's car trouble, medical bills, or other expenses, Checking to Cash has a new flexible loan solution. Introducing the Flex Loan. The Flex Loan is an open line of credit. You control how much you borrow with flexible payment options. If you need a payday advance, we offer those too, because true flexibility is the ability to choose. For life's little emergencies, we're your one-stop money shop.
One thing to love about the Tennessee Valley is Bradley Central Show Choir, Vocal Motion. The other thing to love is the local Geico office on Lee Highway.
You could save a lot. Oh, oh, oh. You could save a lot. Oh, oh, oh. You could save a lot. But how do you know? Unless you call 894-2600.
Got a car? Got a boat? Got a home?
Get a quote.
What are we looking at? Formaldehyde, acrolein, nitrobenzene. This actually has over 7,000 chemicals. Don't get me started on what they do to you. Prematurely wrinkled skin, stunted lung growth,
Mr. Essler.
tooth loss, cancer.
Mr. Essler.
Hang on.
If cigarettes looked as dangerous as they are, you'd run like hell. Find out the real cost of tobacco.
The whole crowd seems to like me now, cause they think I'm cool. But back when I was in school, they found it very easy to hate me. Funny how always these times are changing. Back then it was so easy to shatter, but now in the end, it doesn't really matter.
I had $1 for every time someone told me you will get voted off for doing that. I would have $1 million before I won the show. I kept telling them, if I got voted off doing what you told me to do, I would forever wonder what would happen if I did what my gut told me to do. I don't want to tell people in my music that the world is perfect, because it's not. I want to tell people that the world can be perfect because of you.
Welcome back, Bradley Central. Let's take a look at our school announcements. Sadly, Red Ribbon Week is coming to an end. The last theme for this week is Bradley Day. Thank you to all who have participated.
Also in support of Red Ribbon Week, teachers decorate your door during advisory. The best door will get a pizza party.
This is EPSO Week. If you haven't heard about early post-secondary opportunities, this is the week to learn more. Visit your school counselor to learn more about early post-secondary opportunities, or ask a teacher about the benefits of taking a college-level course while in high school.
Drama Central's production of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory will be showing for the next 2 weeks. Ticket prices are $12 for general admission and $8 for students and senior citizens. Show times are as follows: October 26th at 7 p.m., October 28th and 29th at 2 p.m., November 1st and 2nd at 7 p.m., and November 3rd and 4th at 2 p.m. There will be a school show on October 30th Anyways, in light of National Pumpkin Day, what are you going to carve your pumpkins to be like?
Well, I have 2 waiting for me at home, and I'm going to do a, just a regular jack-o'-lantern with one, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the other one yet. So that's my plans.
Yeah. What about you, Aaron?
Well, thing is, I don't really like carving pumpkins anymore because apparently the knife was too sharp, and apparently my sister's finger wasn't part of the pumpkin. But hey, I just call it an overreaction.
All right, well, we are online on YouTube at BCHS VOX News.
You can also check us out on Facebook, WTNB, and of course at VoxNews.net.
You just can't get enough of Vox.
That's all we have for you today, Bradley Central.
And as always,
God bless and go Bears.